position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. On the RPO. Finally corralled and not before. He picked up the first down. We knew coming in that they wanted to push the ball down the field and they waste no time getting at it.
And I love that, man. I love being aggressive early, setting a tone, sending a message to my team. Listen, we're going to attack down the field. You better be ready for it. This offense comes out, gets the big completion way down the middle of the field.
Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
This is either complete confidence or a hint of recklessness. Opening drive, 4th down, own territory, picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield on 1st down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Texas A&M going up tempo. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Wants to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Caught in the backfield. It's Avery. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting this season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking for a crease to the left. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Huskers are in the hurry-up. Give to the running back. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up 4th.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him,
there he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Powers forward. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. Liberty rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Lynchburg. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program. A busy day in CUSA, and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
and I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw in that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Got room at the 35. Lots of room to run. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Nebraska!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And man, did he find a way to close with that 48-yard run for 6. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here's the return from inside his 10. He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Aggies. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Huskers. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease,
and it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Makes a move. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line, and solid work by the return team on that one. Howdy to the Aggie offense again. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And what Once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
It's way too early in the game to say this is a must score, but man, you've dug yourself an early hole, and this offense needs to capitalize. You're not getting the football after the half, so create some momentum now while you can.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete to the right. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Huskers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Allen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
A strike downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the...
To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hooks. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Gets the back moving. Snap to the back. Firing to the right, complete. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Aggies in the hurry-up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
the chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Complete on third down. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on third down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get behind the defense. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Cornhuskers have moved it inside the 20. This quarterback part of their running game. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Back to throw time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here. At the very end of the first half, when you've got to have an execution, it's got to be great in these two-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. Past the first down marker and still running. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The DBs will back off a bit. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Huskers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like, coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
That's caught. It's Moses. Texas A&M ready to go with another first down.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship.
Turning it on. Breaks the and runs through another guy. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half. So in the third quarter, they come out and the quarterback.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Right on the money. And they swarm him under. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The screen, and watch out. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Quarterback sneaks ahead.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Trying to surge it in. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Texas A&M going quickly. They'll run it on third and goal. They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Find some fresh air. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
A dangerous 3rd and 10 here from inside their own 5. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Across the 45. Racing down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Huskers! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Snapped it in the shotgun. Nice catch for the 2-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they find pay dirt from way out, covering 69 yards on the touchdown pass. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. They'll go to the ground. Hard running there. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Texas A&M going up tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. The give to the tailback. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's got it on the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got the back in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Quick strike complete. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Leaves it with the back. Oh, he's got some space. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by a field goal over Stanford. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Now facing a 3rd and long. A run for the quarterback. Wisely avoiding the big hit with the slide.
Now, a 4th down.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
They're dealing with a second and long. Makes the catch. It's Briggs. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, is that good situational football. Understanding what they're trying to do. They're trying to get it to their speedster. I got to come up. I got to get him on the ground. Nice execution by this defense, and they're going to need more of it. Late in the football game, who's going to win this battle?
It'll be third and long. Out of the gun, the inside give. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on third and long.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going for it on fourth down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. They've got it at the 36 on first and 10. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, second and 7. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The short hands, it's Briggs. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! And they moved out front here in the fourth.
And that is exactly what you want from this offense. Take almost all the clock, execute, and now go out and take a lead by a touchdown. Great, flawless execution by this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Okay, ready? Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it.